Hi everyone, I'm Matt Reindl, and today I'll be presenting on my project for midterm Porkchop, the Cincinnati Flying Pig AI Companion. This concept that I've developed explores how an animated AI-powered assistant that's stylized like a flying pig could be integrated into smart kiosks that already exist across the city to boost civic engagement, local awareness about everyday events and happenings. Might be able to aid tourists in navigational tasks, or help people discover more about the city around them. You can think of it as your Siri meeting a high-end chatbot meeting a information kiosk or a mobile app. So let's talk about some of the urban information gaps that exist in Cincinnati currently. Cincinnati, like many cities, has lots of info floating around, but it can be scattered, maybe hard to find. Visitors might not know where to find cultural places, events, maybe transit updates, restaurants, bars, or other entertainment venues. And locals can often tune it out, maybe because of the inundation of non-digital media that's not personalized to them, making it hard for information to reach them in a meaningful way. There's a huge opportunity to bridge this gap with something more centralized, engaging, friendly, and personalized. Next, we'll talk about some urban AI infrastructure that already exists and some global precedents, because we are not starting from scratch with this idea. Uh, for beginners, we have Link NYC, which is in New York City. They have 1,700 interactive kiosks installed citywide. They have high-speed Wi-Fi hotspots in each of them, interactive wayfinding and city information. And then there is direct access to municipal services and emergency notifications, storm warnings, and access to police and fire and EMS. Paris, France, has Ask Mona, which is an AI museum guide, a cultural tailored AI specifically to museums, events, artistic interests, and personalized recommendations for users. There's an interactive exploration component using AR, where you can use your phone's camera to get more information on sites and artistic installations. Ike is a kiosk system that I will talk about in good detail coming up here, that started originally in Denver, but it is across the United States, including in Cincinnati. It is a community-focused information kiosk with real-time city data, local events, and an engaging interface that people will notice. And they are, again, tailored to the city. Not too much to the user yet, but that is something that they're interested in. Finally, we have Hello Lamppost, which was recommended to us through this project, which allows users to talk to urban AI infrastructure using AR through their phone cameras or smart devices. And we will see how these models can inform what we want to do with Porkchop going forward. So next, as an introduction, I would like to give you guys an opportunity to see this video for Ike and the services they provide and where they are located.
In the digital age, how do innovative cities connect with residents and visitors? Meet Ike, the interactive kiosk experience. Ike is a best-in-class public engagement platform that helps cities, business improvement districts, and visitors bureaus communicate with the public, enliven the pedestrian experience, and tell the story of their city. Ike launched in Denver with the goal of building a wayfinding and city communication system for the digital age and delivering it in a self-sustaining business model, requiring no investment from the city and generating a significant source of revenue that cities can reinvest in their communities. Ike defined and stands alone in this new category of digital infrastructure, and today Ike is installed in more than 20 major cities with dozens more on the way. Cities love Ike's cutting-edge technology, which improves connectivity and access to information for all, drives traffic to local businesses and events, encourages public transit usage, and generates significant revenue that cities can reinvest to enhance quality of life. Through our ever-expanding series of applications, Ike delivers social equity, drives discovery, enables navigation to businesses and civic resources, encourages economic development, and enhances public safety. Because no two cities are alike, the Ike team works closely with key constituents to understand priorities, customizing Ike's adaptable hardware and software to meet the unique needs of each neighborhood. Ike Smart City only tracks anonymized data, such as pedestrian counts, app usage, and dwell times. We are dedicated to protecting user privacy and do not collect, sell, or store any personally identifiable information. With Ike, streets come alive. Define your city. Connect with your community. This is Ike.
So I really wish there was a way to have presented that without me just standing awkwardly in the corner like that, but we get what we get. So let's zero in on Cincinnati's current usage of the Ike kiosks and how smart cities interactive displays are being used currently. So their purpose and functionality is that they are an interactive kiosk. They are, some of them are Wi-Fi enabled. Transit schedules and emergency alerts can be accessed through them, city guidance. Touchscreen navigation interfaces allow people to easily navigate them, and direct engagement with city services is available through them. You saw in the video that they have the emergency services, which is something that I find pretty valuable as kind of a blue light call button for any type of issues you might have. They are also ADA accessible, very compliant there. Community engagement benefits. It offers real-time updates on local events, promotions, and city news, and facilitates community interaction by collecting feedback and conducting surveys. But what if we could give this a voice or a personality? So it kind of is essentially a very flat Cincinnati-focused canvas, but being able to speak directly to it might add to more accessibility. They do have advertising opportunities in this software, and that would allow local businesses to communicate through the platform. Digital advertising would be something that could be valuable to keep things local, but it's just going to take a little bit of trial and error to figure out how that works out. And they are strategically placed around downtown, OTR, near parks and high density areas. But the deployment right now is only 30 kiosks across the city. So one of the portions of this enhancement would be to expand what we are currently using it for and where we're using it. One final data precedent that I want to touch on before I continue to talk about the features of Porkchop is City Matter, which is a robust, globally deployed navigational assistant that uses AR and community interaction, almost like a social network, to give contextualized information about neighborhoods and areas of interest and guide people through the cities. You can do this preemptively as you're planning to travel to a city, and it is kind of aimed at tourism, but it is something that locals can use to plan a night out or something of that nature. It is real time and it is updated. There's street level and pedestrian visualizations like Street View would have. And as people continue to use it, it gets better as the platform builds using repeat user data and so forth. So let's talk about Porkchop in action. The core of this idea kind of came from interacting with ChatGPT and other high-end character-driven AI such as in-world and character AI that are designed to create a personality around a chat system in an AI context. So all the real-time event situations, cultural entertainment suggestions, everything that goes into making Ike and City Mapper effective for locals could be channeled through a character like Porkchop that would allow people to have a sense of personality that they can interact with the city's information systems, which would make them more engaging, more colorful, more fun. And it would also be something that users would develop a database for themselves, and they'd be able to work through more personalized results as the system learns what they want to do. So local users would get a lot of benefit out of this in addition to visitors and tourists. So one of the things that would be possible would be using the Ike kiosks currently in place and simply adding a digital software skin to them that has Porkchop utilizing these data terminals to provide advertisements for local events, as you can see in these images that I generated with DALL-E, or interacting with users. I also had the idea of having it be on a mobile app, something that people could log into and have as a walking AR capable feature. So you'd be able to use your phone's camera to get insights on spaces, cultural events, and whatever else might be there. So as I mentioned in the previous slide, character AI or ChatGPT could be used as the training model for developing this personality that people would interact with on the kiosks. So I use ChatGPT pretty frequently when I'm doing AI-driven work. ChatGPT also has a new 4.5 research model that they are working with that is very complex and very accurate with the data that it provides, or more so than it was previously. So I trained using prompt suggestions, a ChatGPT module that said, "You are Porkchop, the city's AI-friendly assistant," just to generate some chat options as to like how it would help people navigate the city, and not even in a directed way, like how do I get to the ballpark from here. I wanted something that people could interact with as a curiosity. So kind of knowing what I was looking for in the outcome, I provided it a guessing game to see what it could figure out about the area. So I said, okay, you are a kiosk for Ike on 13th and Race Street. And I kind of knew, again, what I was aiming for with this. I'm a person on the street who comes up to the kiosks and says, hey, what's something cool that's hidden nearby, like a local secret? And it was able to access its research tools to find Ghost Baby, which is legitimately a hidden bar. There's no signage outside. To identify the unique space that somebody who's not from the area or not familiar with that particular block might not know is there. So this is just one example, but I have lots of ideas about how this software could be used to develop a very expert level understanding of everything that's going on in Cincinnati, including modern events as well. So it was able to give me sports games times, next times that teams would be playing, cultural events going on, music hall events, etc. So why Porkchop rather than having an Ike kiosk? So Porkchop isn't just another AI assistant. It's designed to have an ethos about it, something that people connect with as a local entertainment portion of Cincinnati, something that has a spirit of place about it. So this cartoon is iconic. It's got that flying pig identity, which is kind of culturally significant to Cincinnati, which also invites curiosity and possibly a little bit of trust. So when you approach a kiosk and a character shows up and asks you what he can help you with, it's a little different than just going up and touching a screen and asking around about individual things, or having to bring curiosity with you about things you already know about or you're trying to look for. This guy will be able to help you on a more directed level. So it would be popular among younger users and tourists, something that we want to kind of showcase as like the front facing for Cincinnati's technological capabilities. Basically, Porkchop becomes your friend and your tour guide and your civic help friend. So some key takeaways from this. First, urban AI should feel human. Engagement improves when systems are friendly and interactive. Second, city-based city assistants should be community-driven and adaptable as people continue to use them, and we find use cases for them as people dig into them with the way that they want to use them. Curiosity kind of will develop the system, and if it ever comes back with an I don't know answer, well, there's an opportunity for it to improve right there. Porkchop helps people connect with their city more effectively. And finally, this project would demonstrate how we don't need to reinvent infrastructure. We just need to improve the existing infrastructure and add more ethos and personality to it. So what's next for this project? Well, the initial startup would be a pilot deployment at Fountain Square, Riverfront, OTR, at the kiosks that already exist there, and see how people interact with them. Additionally, I want to use a mobile companion, a mobile app that would be more personalized and interactive, something that people can engage with and have fun with. And then second, we need to expand the existing Ike kiosk presence. So there's only 30 locations in Cincinnati, and they are pretty stuck to downtown and OTR. So we could expand those into Northside, Clifton, Oakley, other large neighborhoods, and make it more about an interconnected city. I think one of the things that would be more necessary for that is public transit, especially with the tourism-facing aspect of this. And then finally, we just need to ongoingly refine this as user feedback comes in and as curiosity comes in, and we figure out what kinds of things people want to use the software for and how we can expand it going forward. Thank you for listening. Here's some We're Excited. I just want to make notes that Porkchop doesn't just exist as a personal digital companion. He's more of a community aspect that I want to try to develop going forward.